Yes.
You're useful.
Those of us that are still alive.
We can still do science. Jessica's now a scientist.
You guys had leveled up after zombie.
Oh, maybe? What level should we be? I may have
Correct.
forgotten to do that.
Yeah, I'm at level 12.
Yep.
Oh, nope, I am level 12.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because I made the comment, oh great, now I have evasion.
Just double check I didn't get any new spell levels. Did not get any new spell levels. It was just an ability score. Nah.
Yeah,
Paladin just is I
But
feel
look-
like Paladin is even more generic than Fighter as far as meaningful class choices. Because I don't know. I guess
you
I'd
get
have to
one
look at
choice.
some other.
It's your oath. That's it.
No. I mean, there's a lot of 3 levels that you don't literally get nothing. I guess those are the. I guess you go up you get another spell level at
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
levels. So it's just it's a dash, but technically you unlocked another spell level and have access to those kind of choices. So I guess it's not completely nothing.
Yeah, that's what happened to me this level in Moose's campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I unlocked second level spells, but I didn't even. The only second level spells I know are the ones that I get for free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Because in order for the artificer to get new spells, either their intelligence modifier needs to go up, or their level needs to go up by an even number.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems strange.
Artificers spells prepared is they know all of their spells off the gate. Period, bar none. They have access to they're like a cleric. They have access to all their spells, but they can only prepare a certain number.
And you can't prepare at each new level?
Well,
Usually prepared spell lists let you do it with the downtime activity.
yeah, no, I can re-prepare, but I don't want to lose any of the first level spells that I have.
Okay, so it's just a matter of you don't want to lose your prepared spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every single one of my first level spells are damn near essential. I mean, the one that I haven't used yet is Featherfall, and I'm not getting rid of that while we're on a fucking airship.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Nothing. Everything's great.
Everything is awesome.
So,
Fucking fantastic.
you guys get back to the keep. You guys get back to Waterdeep, and it's the city's been in a bit of an uproar. Um, there is a lot more military. The city is beginning to mobilize for war. It's been, at least a week or so since you guys were here last. I think. You've
I was
Yeah,
gonna say it's probably been at least 3 weeks,
Yeah.
minimum. We knew this trip was gonna be 20 plus days.
yeah. The flight, yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. You know what I truly remember was that there was a lot of discussion on methods of transportation, and we were like, this is a lot of figuring it all out. Like,
Yeah. So,
just
you guys, I'm gonna say it's about 2 weeks since you guys were last back in town, and mainly because I don't remember. Okay, and that seems
Sweet.
good enough. Um, the city has become a lot more militarized. There are patrols out in the streets, and not just like you can tell that these are differing factions of different armies, all coming
Patrols in the
together,
streets.
united in a single purpose. You can tell these are the guys that are from the dwarven kingdoms. These are the elves, obviously. They have different armors and whatnot, and different march steps. The guys from Baldur's Gate, um, and you guys come across Sir Istival, who's just he's talking with a young gentleman outside the courtyard of Watergate, well, of the Waterdeep Council chambers. And he flags you down. Specifically Jezka. He flags Jezka down because he recognizes Jezka.
I wave.
Oh, plant lady.
Who,
J.
who was
Begins with
Sir
J.
Esteval again?
Sir Istival is the leader of the Purple Knights of Cormyr.
Paladin.
He's war stories. He's
Okay, so he's not the dwarf
no,
paladin guy. Okay,
no.
that's what I was thinking of. Have I interacted with this guy directly?
You have, at least in part.
Okay.
Not, maybe not one on one, but he recognized you as a paladin,
Okay.
even though that's, you guys share a bond in that we serve a higher power. It might not be the same higher power, and yours
Yep.
might not necessarily be a god,
Mhm.
but he is a paladin and you are a paladin, and that is a shared connection.
Yep. It's me.
Oh, and there's the. Is it rude for me to call you a cat?
I mean, it is adjacent to what I am. Tabaxi is fine. Preferable even. You could call me Snow. That is my name.
That's right, you're Snow.
S-
Snow on the mountaintop and not on the ground.
that you even remembered the asterisks. I appreciate that very much.
Actually, his name is Bootsy Meow Meow.
Just don't listen to this one.
Just face drops and like utter confusion.
She has something that I have heard of called lowlander sickness.
Jessica actually chuckles out loud at that.
Yes.
You stop.
Where is the young gentleman with the big sword and the billowing cape?
He's dead.
Well, he's
This is him
technically.
now. I point
He,
to our new
oh, that's
friend.
right. He's with it.
He
He
died
is.
valiantly being dropped from the sky by a dragon. Sorry to interrupt, Snow.
I hope you stabbed that dragon good, did ya?
Yep. This gentleman here, Snow on the mountaintop, as you know him, not Bootsy Meow Meow, shot him out of the sky, crashed just epically into a statue, wrecked a fountain.
This is
Just
like the
glorious.
fourth time I have done that. I am very good. They should learn not to run away from me. It does not end well. But they
I
keep doing it.
I pat you on the your upper thigh, and I mean this guy can shoot a dragon from I don't even know how many paces.
Like 400 feet. So far away.
One time we were on a glacier and he shot one out of the sky and it crashed into the ice field, sinking into the frozen sea.
That is the only scale I am missing. That is the only scale I am missing from my collection, and I am just so upset.
And
I intend to take 5.
take an extra one of that color.
Well, and I don't recognize you. Uh, have we met? I don't think we've met. I'm old. My memory.
Let me.
I'm
He's
guessing
pointing
that
at. He's pointing at Chip.
yeah, he's pointing at me. Go. I do not believe the fates have deigned for us to meet.
Oh, fates, huh? You're one of them outlander types, huh?
Maybe Crosslander would be more appropriate.
Lander. I've never heard of a crosslander before. What sort
Well,
of land is it that you cross?
all land.
Yeah, we found him wandering in the forest and he was just so friendly. An all-terrain Venomoth?
Oh, it's too early.
Stan, were you not ready to DM for us? Do you need a do you need a sip of coffee? Maybe
No.
a sip of tea? Maybe a shot of whiskey?
Praise Lord Helix.
Well,
Now is not the time for that.
I
Stan.
would like to introduce you, gentlemen. I was going to ask you for a favor. The favor can wait. But introduce you to my compatriot, a young up-and-comer with the Knights of Cormier. Yes, but Istival's like 90.
Wait, isn't he a dragon?
No,
Oh,
Istival is not a...
he's a
Is-
paladin
Istival-
for dragons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
God damn.
So are they
Oh,
like
God,
are they
you know
like
more
a
than
lot
me.
of old dudes? Like is it like the order of elderly knights? Okay.
Istival is just fucking old.
I'm picturing that bar scene from like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen where all the old war heroes went to retire.
Bruce Matilda.
Not what I was expecting.
Hello, old man. Where's the new up and comer?
You in disguise? Nice. Who you hiding from? What's the real look? Why
Is
what's with the silver fox get up?
he's probably hiding from his grandchildren.
I wink at you when I say that as well.
Yeah.
I extend a hand.
Oh, guys, I forgot to mention this. I have a bag of holding. I
Oh, nice.
grabbed one when I because that would have come up during our travels. I have a bag of holding, so because
When
we
that did
lost
come,
ours.
when that did come up, I would have hugged your leg and been like, "Truly, the fates have sent you to us. All is right with the world."
That is convenient because our previous one became a black hole of death.
It was more like a closet
hyping it
into
up.
the astral sea.
For the bad guy.
Dude, that's a great band name.
Black hole. Oh my god.
You know what? I'll allow it.
All right. New campaign, Party of Bards, band name, Black Hole of Inconvenience.
Sounds like you might need a new career path.
Esteval just waves a hand and goes, "When you're as old as I am, everyone's a young up-and-comer, always trying to take my job, and they tell me to go and get a desk job and stop fighting the great wars, and it
I
never
look at this.
takes."
I look at Esteval and be like, "Oh, how old are you?"
And he brings out his fingers and sits there and thinks, blinking for a second. I'm 94. Yes, that one.
Oh, and that's that's like the extent of my conversation, because I'm a wood elf. 94 is
Young. Middle
young.
age. Young
Yeah.
to middle age. Well, that,
Yeah. Yeah.
that freaky weirdo with the bald thing and all of the tattoos. He wanted something to do with all of you when you returned, and,
We recognize that description.
What?
I'm trying to picture a freaky
give me an
weirdo
insight.
with tattoos, and
Give me an insight check.
I'm not pulling
Yeah.
up any.
Ooh, that's good.
You would have been party to this conversation.
23.
You're the backup plan. 21.
I got 18.
Oh yeah.
So,
Maybe
Thorn,
not.
you have no idea. But but actually, Thorn, what did you get?
An 18.
An 18? That sounds like a Red Wizard of Thay.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Hey.
Dude, I
Oh.
forgot that was a thing. Like, I was like,
Everybody
oh,
else-
man, we're getting...
They do have tattoos.
Yeah, they've
Now,
got
yep. Now I know who you're talking about. It was what, Fury or
Joshua.
no, he had like a name that was like an action syllable.
Wrath Modar.
Yeah, Wrath. That's what it was. I was close. I was real close.
He wanted a word with all of you, and well, I was going to try and slip Sir Caspian into the conversation here anyway, cause I don't trust him about as far as I can throw him. And
You don't
well,
trust Sir Caspian?
no, I don't trust Wrath.
Oh, yeah.
More sense.
I mean, like, he's definitely a big picture, ulterior motive sort of guy. But, you know, he did stop throwing fireballs at us at a moment that would have allowed us to not be dead by fireballs. And
Be
then he
right
helped
back.
us kill a dragon. Oh, I'm going to go grab something as well. Put away my leftovers.
You know, it's going to be different. This character actually has a not terrible AC. I mean, it's a
Look, if
whole.
there's anything we've learned from Stan's games, it doesn't matter.
I have an
It's
AC
you
of
gotta have
17
adamantium.
over an AC of, I think it was 13?
Yeah, that sounds right for a warlock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you check the numbers? Oh yeah. I was gonna say, and then when I use unarmed strike as a bonus action, it goes up to 23 for me.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
that was
should
just
probably
David picking up his mail,
explain
but,
real fast how I built my character. I'm more of a support druid than I am a get in the front and beat everyone down druid.
That's all right. Druids have insane zone control.
Yeah. So I figured we were good on frontline, and what would help us more is some more healing and some control. So
Absolutely.
God damn it.
Yeah, and really, as a barbarian, you're at the mercy of if you raged or not. Like, sure, meaty meat, but like, did you rage? No. Here's a chunk of damage.
So, you guys are brought back through the chambers to a workshop of sorts that the two red wizards that you quote unquote rescued from the cult have set up. They've been given some space. They are still highly watched, and they are checked in on regularly and routinely to make sure that they are not causing trouble. And and uh, Isteval knocks on the door, and there's an exasperated sigh, as only one with someone with overdramatic flair can give. Enter!
Well, hello. Is this an inconvenient time to assist you with whatever you need assistance with?
He just looks. Oh, good. It's you, but you're not. Isteval, what's going on here? Oh, nothing. We've had a little bit of a hiccup. Some of the people that you suggested go, can't go because they're dead. Or not themselves anymore. And, of course, Wrath just goes, that wouldn't stop me if they were dead, but if there's not a body here, I guess I can't complain. Well, Jessica, I know you're not. And then he just stops, trying to put politely how much of an idiot he thinks you are. I know
What?
you're
Smart,
not.
good at planning things.
Yes,
I mean,
planning.
you don't need to tell me. I'm honestly amazed that we're still alive at this point.
Well, you and Snow, I at least need your guys' help, and if these other two are backup, functional backups, I'll take what I can get right now.
We just met this guy, Mr. Touch of Gray here, and this guy we met in the woods. So I mean, they're as good as you've got right now.
It will be a trial by fire, an on-the-job assessment.
Well,
oh, fire is fine with me.
okay. Second question. How do you feel about the undead?
They are a natural abomination.
What if you didn't have to deal with them? What if you had to shut up and smile?
Sometimes the best course of action is to do nothing.
Not gonna lie, it pretty much goes against everything I believe in and will make my skin crawl. Possibly literally.
I have a spell for that.
I have arranged a diplomatic meeting with the leaders of Thay. They are interested in joining the Alliance. And if we can make things work out in our beneficial area, we may have averted a second two-prong war with the Wizards of Thay. Best case scenario, they send some counter mages to help counteract the ritual.
Okay.
So we engage in some diplomacy.
It's more of a case of enemy of my enemy is my friend. Because the dragon cult wants Tiamat in power. They wants the undead in power. They are wholly devoted to the cause of the Zelkiers.
Oh, makes sense to me.
And I've occasionally been spying on what we've been doing here and reporting back to them. And subtly been laying the groundwork for, maybe not losing my head when I go back there.
That would not be. In fairness, if he lost his head, it would take a while for him to come back as an undead.
Well, let's just say they want me to come back and serve punishment for my crime.
Hmm.
I was hoping I could
Avoid
potentially
that.
avoid serving punishment for my crime and maybe getting better graces with the Council of Waterdeep by offering up an ally. The only people that I could possibly even remotely call friends.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, it sounded like a eventual coup was always in the books for our little bargain that we struck in the castle.
I mean, you guys have only grown in power. I'm sure that you could easily shut down anything that we were going to do here, but
Yeah, and like, so ultimately, you want to put Thay on a different course.
I'd like to bring Thay back to its roots.
Yeah. What if that was like less abominations onto the world?
Well, Thay has always been a brutalized police state. That's just the way that they are.
That's fine, but like, I'm specifically thinking less undead.
Well, one step at a time. One step at a time. All grandiose plans have to have a first step of getting your foot in the door with somebody good and noble. He just kind of smiles and gives a shrug and a thumbs up at Jezka.
In their defense, if they use mindless undead as labor, that could help with the slave trade. I know, but. Oh.
Well, that's because that's basically an overlapping Venn diagram.
I think we can all agree that immediate world-ending concerns are first and foremost, and then we can deal with, long-term reform later on.
How would we be getting back? Because
So,
from the sounds of it, these guys did not plan on how to get back last time.
well, here's the thing. Ideally, we have
Dex!
a couple of contingencies set up in place. Because if you guys are agreeing to this, then I want to make sure that I'm good to my word as much as I possibly can be. And so, we would ideally we would be meeting with one of the Zelkirs, an acquaintance of mine. And we would be traveling to Nethwatch Keep via teleportation circle because, good God, that's a long ways away, and I am not walking that far. I'm not even riding in a cart that far. Yeah, but that's
I
still
thought
like
it was inland.
it is inland. True, but I mean, from Waterdeep, it would be about 2 months of cart travel. It is a long distance away. I don't know how far Sazale is from Thay. I'm not pulling that up.
Regardless, it's a fair distance.
So, we would meet at Nethwatch Keep, hash out a potential arrangement, hopefully not involving my head on a plate.
Okay.
Yes, I understand. That's why I'm coming to you guys, girl, with I if anybody can change people's minds, it's probably you guys, as you changed mine. I'm bringing myself as a bargaining chip, and the strongest bargaining chip that Waterdeep has.
The over-under on them being like, thanks for reporting, or thanks for giving us this criminal. We'll take it from here, and kicking us out of the country.
Well, not good. But I'll say 60-40? Slightly better than half?
I mean, that's better than I was expecting.
Well, you have to understand, there are only 8 Zelkirs, and then above them is Saztam. And the Zulkir's word is law. That's why I've started dealing not with his underlings or whatnot, though we'll meet some of them, I'm sure. But the deal we are making is very specifically with the Zulkir. And his word is going to be more formalized and demanding. It's like meeting with one of your open lords or something. Basically, he's arranged something, a diplomatic meeting with a head of state.
Yes.
For Thay.
I think, from what you have told me of the oncoming crisis, we should take this opportunity. Otherwise, I don't think you know where the dragons lie.
We're working on that.
This is the best use of our time, probably.
Yeah, I'm not arguing against it.
The contingency that I have in place is, if I die, you guys immediately get teleported back to Waterdeep.
Sounds good to me.
I like that contingency.
You can always visit later, at later date. Hmm? Would you need any downtime before I send a message and prepare our teleportation there?
Maybe give us a couple days around town.
Would 3 do?
More than plenty.
Okay. We will plan to leave here in 3 days' time, and I will be working on that contingency.
Sounds good.
A little two-finger salute to Wrath and head out.
Doors close behind you. What are you guys doing for the next 3 days?
Where did Asher get off to? Okay. I mean, I'd go invite him. I think we can have like a Irish wake for yeah.
I should rename him to Finnegan then.
No, Finnegan is his last name. Asher Finnegan.
But yeah. Oh wow. What the hell? Oh, Skarnir. Good God. I don't know what the hell was going on there. I'm like, he's literally in 2 campaigns, basically. I hear about him every night.
He dreams of Skarnir.
But yeah, no. So go have a accept the dinner invitation, and kind of say, we can use that as a send off for our fallen comrades.
I do not have much money, but maybe some more potions are in order.
Yeah. We basically lost the entire loot from that whole dungeon.
Yeah, but
which
guys,
was a lot.
It was. You guys
uh,
you guys kept the dragon mask out of their hands though, and that's
Yes. I'm like, I agreed at the time it was definitely the right call, and I'm not upset about it. I'm just like, the literal facts of it are, we did lose the entire loot from that dungeon.
Yep.
Because it all was in that bag of holding.
No, I chose Ring of Protection. I mean, yeah, we should just sell Ring of the Ram because I'd have to tune to it and everything. So.
Oh. And you
Yeah.
would have been able to loot Duroc. I mean, he didn't have a lot, but that was Rod of the Pack Keeper, Ring of Jumping, Ring of Truth Telling, Ring of Warmth, Parrying Dagger, and Leather Armor.
Yeah, I guess add that to the tally. I don't think we need any of that.
Yeah, I'm kind of
So we
okay.
can-
Like, did
I don't know.
Did-
Brute of Shielding might be nice. That gives you resistance to force damage and immunity to magic missile.
Does it require attunement?
Yeah, it does.
That's the problem. At this point, like I think all of us are like at 3 or maybe even 4 pieces of equipment that
Require attunement.
that require attunement.
Yeah, the Ring of Jumping
Jessica's-
does, which is kind of stupid.
Jessica should take the Ring of Swimming then?
The Rod of the Pack Keeper definitely can get sold.
Oh, I think we actually already had this discussion because I see I have a Ring of Swimming now on my character sheet.
Okay, we did discuss some of this, so
Yeah, because I think I was like, yeah, that makes sense because I would probably sink like a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the goggles of night, the cloak of protection. And the belt. Yeah, I've got my arrow catching shield, my belt of hill giant strength, and my cloak of protection.
Duroc had 2,400 gold. So, tack that
oh
on
shit,
too.
yeah, we would have taken that.
Okay, well, yeah,
Jesus.
add that as well. Or actually,
Well,
yeah, no,
sure.
we wouldn't take any of Skarnir's money. Just whatever equipment that he didn't want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you kind of earned it. Like
You haven't been you
you're-
for months.
your body earned it, I guess.
Adventuring is lucrative.
Or you could invest it into your your own company, like you were talking. Your own workshop. Oh, speaking of, I know a place we could probably sell that armor, and I can introduce you to those guys I was telling you about. I go and I take him to that custom armor shop.
Okay. Jessica. How's the custom working out?
Excellent.
Just really quick aside, I'm gonna say probably at the end, after selling all of Duroc's stuff, that's probably a good 5,000 gold, at least.
So with sell value and the flat money that he had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus. All right.
Are you taking these notes down, Moose? Okay. Yeah, I just need to know, I just need to know the final number to know what kind of money I'm working with for like things around town.
Yeah, just tell us what to add once we've totaled out all the sell value. Just tell us what to add.
Yeah, it's held up more than fine in recent combats. I actually came by to introduce you to. I don't know if you've got an opening or maybe a recommendation for another shop if there isn't. But this gentleman here says is a fine smith.
And your name, sir? We don't really forge stone here, but we forge iron. Oh, it's just a name. Well, that's fine then. Roll me a straight D20, Moose. Yeah. He grills you on a couple of like pretty basic questions for Azure about forging and whatnot. You're able to answer them, and then you might retort back with like, these are really easy brain dead questions, you know, stuff that a commoner wouldn't know, but anybody that's been around a forge would know no matter what. Oh, well. Beg your pardon, sir. I just didn't want to make sure that I was signing up for putting somebody who was going to hurt themselves in front of a forge. Have you met the little lady?
What's supposed to mean?
Jessica, you're a brilliant fighter and definitely pious. But I got the understanding the last time that we met that great thought was not one of your strong suits.
But there's a big fucking difference between that and being a liar. I don't know, maybe your intent wasn't to call me a liar, Stan, but that's exactly what you actually said.
He was making sure that your recommendation was, you know, you are not a dwarf, you are not a forge master. You come up with this dude who says, yes, this dude is a great forge master, with no credentials to yourself.
I get that. He just didn't word it very well.
And he's a dwarf.
So, he's, you know, being a little gruff and whatnot, but... Beg your pardon, Miss Jessica. I didn't mean to besmirch your truthitudes, but I have a reputation to maintain as well. I figured if the lad could answer some basic questions, that would serve.
I'm not going to tell you how you do your business. I just thought he's looking for a new life, start fresh, and this was the first place that came to mind, because I respected your business.
Let's bygones be bygones then. Suppose we can set up an anvil for you. Are you more into the artwork part of forging, or are you more into the get it done, get it quick, get it good type of forging?
It
Fair
sounds like he is.
That's good. We could use somebody like that. Mind you, I've got a bit of the flair for the dramatic. We could always use another strong set of hands.
When he says flair for the dramatic, I strike a pose in my armor. Vote!
So, when do you think you'd be able to start? Do you have any affairs that you need to settle before getting into town? Well, if you need a place to crash for an evening or two, I'm sure my wife wouldn't mind. She's always looking to help the homeless. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, you know, eat ass, suck a dick, and sell drugs.
So, if you need a place to stay,
Unexpected Mulaney.
if you need a place to stay, this is my address. Otherwise, see you in a week's time. We open at 7:30.
Most guys
Little
new
bit
in
full.
town.
Well, very specifically, we open at 7:30. We close at 4. Drinks are at 5. As though drinking is implied to be part of the job. After work drinks are implied to be part of the job.
I think you're gonna like it here.
Yes, we shall be about it.
Well, you know, come to dinner tonight with us. We'll give a good send off to your former self, and wish you luck on your life. And then, yeah, I think I'll keep in touch. But you've got a life to live, and we've got a world to save.
I will say right now, Asher, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to find any real estate that isn't currently being occupied by an army or two somewhere in the city. Just FYI. Like, when I say there are a fuck ton of soldiers in Waterdeep, there are a fuck ton of soldiers in Waterdeep. So,
Nice.
Taking it.
All right. Stan, do you remember forever ago when we were discussing further advancing my armor?
yeah, roughly.
Do you recall what the quote you gave me for adding the additional or I guess at this point I'm actually looking for something different because I'm finding now that the dark vision problem that I was having has been resolved. At this point I may be looking for a solution to flight or being rendered inert in combats when shit goes aerial.
Very nice.
Let's see here.
How much do winged boots cost?
Looking at
Okay. Oh, yeah. So that might have to remain on the. Yep. I might just have to be our ground assault unit. We've got an old flying guy now.
Okay, so same magical item prices, which has been the Bible for this campaign. It says they're 8K. Winged boots, magic items. They do require attunement. You can use these boots to fly for up to 4 hours. I'm gonna say that they've actually dropped in price. Because there is.
Well, I'm not actually looking specifically. I just was kind of like an idea. I want to add like flight to my armor.
Flight to your armor. Okay.
And I'd be willing to maybe so kind of like a benchmark. So whatever amount you were about to say, maybe. But like as an idea. So that's 4 hours of flight, I believe, spread out in like up to minute intervals. Or minimum
1 minute intervals.
Yeah. So and then spread out at any point during the day. I was thinking maybe like something more limited than that to like cut down on the cost.
Okay.
Maybe like a sort of like 10 charges or 5 charges, like minute worth of flight. And then kind of like a recharge roll, during a long rest sort of thing type of item.
Okay. So here's my initial starting offer.
Okay.
You get we'll start with 8.
Light is a 3rd level spell and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So we'll start with 5 charges of flight as per the spell. Added to your armor. Recharge 1. It only recharges one charge per day.
Okay.
At dawn. For let's say 3,000.
Deal. And I would discuss that with these. I would have discussed that with the armor guys while I was there, unless they needed to recommend me to
They
more
would
specific
need
enchanter.
to recommend you to a specific enchanter. They do
Okay.
not do magic. We contract out for all the, and he just kind of like twiddles his fingers. But our trusted compatriots, and he gives you an address. It's across the city, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
You show them this script, they should give you a fairly decent deal. We
All
send
right.
work their way, they send work our way. It's a nice little exchange.
And would it be possible to maybe work in some detail work to kind of go along with the enchantment?
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking basically to continue with the motif we've already got going on. Essentially, essentially, like I'm thinking, like we can etch into the back maybe like some wings of like wood and leaves, sort of the aesthetic, and so when the enchantments deployed, those would also.
Flutter to life.
What was that?
Flutter to life.
Yeah, kind of a visual cue.
Well, I can definitely design the actual metalwork into the armor. The fact that it's already adamantine, it's going to be a little bit difficult. That would take some time, unfortunately.
More than 2 days?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, well, maybe I'll.
Adamantine, once it's hardened, the stuff is damn near impossible.
Well, let's not compromise the armor then. I can work it into my cloak.
Very good. So, and that's me role-playing the fact that it's adamantine, and adamantine is...
Mm-hmm.
Adamantine. Adamantine is adamantine.
Yes, and I mean, he could do it. It would just...
Yeah, no. I'm basically essentially same thing. I'm just basically upping my cloak of protection into a unique item.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Yeah. They could enchant armor, they could enchant a cloak, they could do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that script is what's going to make it be 3K. I don't know if you want to head across town and roleplay that, or if you just want to hand wave it and they'll have it ready for you in a day.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I've been on the spotlight for a little while here, so
All right.
pass it to someone else.
Anybody else for anything specific, or are we good to go to the wake?
At one point, I think I asked about additional, different, more powerful magic bows, but I do not recall what became of that.
There was a hint that there was a very powerful black dragon out in the Mare of Dead Men.
Oh, right, that might have an oath bow. Oh, right. Okay. Shoot, I forgot about that. Okay. Because by golly, I don't know when we'll have time to do that, but boy, would I like to do that.
I know. It's been on the back burner. I
Yeah,
forgotten about that.
I just couldn't remember what had come of that. So yeah, let me I need to put that in a separate note section so that let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna just put a side quest bit here somewhere. Just put it under organization since it's first. Okay. Sorry, other than that, no, I don't have any. I was going to inquire about magic bows because I could not remember what we had discussed, and now I do. So I am good. Other than, like, maybe I'll go buy, like, 3 standard healing potions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I know. One of those are 50 each.
You know what? The shopkeep is actually going to goad you. Only 3.
Do you know what I have done for you? Not you personally, but your society. You know how, disaster, these troops. You don't even know who we are. You don't care.
You've
Um,
actually got. He just looks at you, and you can. He just points back behind him, and he's got like 20 staff just constantly filling potions from a machine.
do you have a
Yeah.
superior?
I think you misunderstood the only 3. I don't think it was meant derisively.
Yeah. It was incredulous, as though, like, we've got armies that are armies and adventurers are buying potions left, right, and center.
Fine. If you are so well stocked, um, you must be offering a bulk discount. What about 5 superiors?
Let's see here.
Regular potions are 50 apiece, right?
Yeah.
Typically, yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you? No, I'm yelling at D&D Beyond. Superior. Uh, so, rare. Back to the other page. Where the fuck did you go?
I'm gonna buy 15 regular ones.
You get them for the cost of 14.
Okay.
Buy 10, get the 11th free. Come on.
Sir, I will pay you 300 for 5 superiors. Or did I say superiors? I meant graders.
said-
Whatever.
In that
Say-
in that
did
case,
say-
I'm gonna buy 20, and getting 22 total.
That's fine.
I
He'll
did
even
say
give you a little bandolier that fits 10 of them.
All right.
The graders he definitely has 5 of. It's the superior ones that he doesn't. He'd have to stretch for. But you're going
All right,
grader?
I meant grader anyway.
Okay.
All
Come on,
right.
you piece of
Good old
stupid.
1100 gold worth of potions.
Fuck is wrong with my keyboard?
I'll offer him 300 gold for 5 graders and say I get the hero discount, right?
As soon as my keyboard starts working again, maybe.
Mm.
Fucking scroll lock. I think that's what does it. No?
I'll just make sure to adjust my necklace of dragon scales. Being a slayer of dragons and a hero to the masses is so hard.
Don't strain yourself there.
It's such a heavy burden.
I understand that I'm having problems, like, literally typing into the search box right now, so.
let me assist.
It says regular potions are 50, greater are 40, and superior are 30.
Gold? Wow.
Greater are 150. He will give you, if you're buying 5 of them, he will sell them each to you for 130. So 20 gold discount per potion on 5.
So what's the total cost on 690?
Yeah,
No, wait.
130 times 5.
650. 650.
Yeah.
I suppose that will do.
Unfortunately, you have to buy 10 to get the bandolier like your friend.
I'm not buying over 1,000 gold worth of potions.
Yeah.
Oh
Fair
my
enough.
god. Someone posted a picture and they're like, "This is the greatest compliment I've ever gotten." And it's because someone responded, "You look like you're going to be mean to the main character until she realizes you were trying to prepare her to survive in your line of work."
So, uh, going to any particular bar for the wake, or
This isn't the Olive Garden.
Hey man, I love Olive Garden. Damn right. A family full of breadsticks and salad.
well, depends on what you're looking for. Now, if, as an adventurer, if you're looking, you go to the Yawning Portal. If you're looking for fine dining, though, well, there's probably it depends on what your palate is. You know, whether if you want upscale, and you want to pay entirely too much for a plate, you can go to the Seat. Um, otherwise, there's you get a couple of different recommendations. Yawning Portal is a busy place, but there's plenty of back alley deals, and you guys are you guys are Jezka's at least recognized, because Jezka and Snow are recognized because you guys have been there before.
I was gonna say whenever we made plans to meet back up or wherever we're meeting before heading off to wherever we're going to dinner, Jessica would have taken the time to go and put on her suit from when we all got fancy suits for that one outing.
Yeah.
Because this is a
For the
fucking
Gold
wake.
Dragon Inn.
From the what?
I said this is a
When
fucking
we went-
wake. Oh,
When
sorry, go
we went to the Gold Dragon Inn.
Yeah. I figure be respectable, look good, send them off in style. I suppose Skarnir's suit has been lost to the void,
Yeah.
but
So, at the Yawning Portal, you guys are treated like adventuring heroes and whatnot. There's, you know, there's a wave in a crowd and a what the fuck are they doing up there? Holy shit, my floor is shaking.
I thought that was part of the description of us for a second.
Yeah, I did too, but then I realized he was talking about his apartment.
I
Jesus.
thought we were that amazing.
Sorry, no. Like, I can feel my floor vibrating. Yeah. Well, anyway. Uh, you guys are welcomed as heroes. You guys are given a private room without even having to ask for it. Um, you're just, ushered into a back room. Plates of plates of decent food are brought, and bottles of wine are filled. The proprietor uh, steps in, his hat lowered. He's got the thinning bald head, like he hasn't committed to shaving it because he's holding on to the vestiges that it'll grow back one day.
Not how hair works, man.
Beg your pardon, my lords. Word travels fast around town, and sorry for your loss. Consider these refreshments on the house tonight. And nods and looks confused at Asher for a second, and then
It's complicated.
it always is with adventurers. And puts his hat back on and kind of turns and walks away, and then looks back and then turns and walks away. The rumor is that the rumor is that Skarnir has died, and that is and clearly Skarnir's party is here. And sure, it looks like Skarnir is here, but there's something weird about that Asher fellow that you don't you look like Skarnir, but you don't act like Skarnir. And that's well, he's already left it, but
I'll drink to that. And
And may
Thorn
we never
does.
lose another. I clink my glass or mug.
and I took that personally. For Siristival.
Correct.
Lots of dragons. I mean, I feel like that is the most important thing to know, just in case you didn't.
Yeah, we've gotten to the point where the dragons are unexpected now. Like we're like, oh hey, we're just in a random side tavern on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. But no, it was actually a cult ambush, and there was a dragon waiting outside to eat all of our horses and then kill us.
I have to admit that was my favorite ambush, guys. Okay.
It was a fucking good ambush. Like never in a million years when we were setting down to fucking RP in some random tavern was I thinking that this was actually a fight being set.
That was my least favorite ambush on the Citadel because 3 punks with daggers almost fucked me up. That was rude. Yeah, that was insane.
Oh man. Thorn's just sitting there listening to the crazy adventures that you guys have gone on.
Oh shit, Kirstie Alley died.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
At a D&D game.
Well, she was 71.
Okay, she's actually older than I thought. Mhm. Where everybody knows your name.
Bwah, 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 bwah.
What's your deal? Yeah, like what makes you tick? What drives you? What motivates you? Why join a suicide mission to stop the end of the world? Lame.
Be worse? I said it could be worse. Respectable. I, tr- I travel where the stars tell me. Yeah. Druid. Ever since I was young, I felt the connection to the stars, and they told me to travel with this lot. I don't know how smart the stars actually are, but it's not my place to question. It certainly sounds like it. But yeah, Thorn just talks about all the different places that he's traveled. He basically uses his connections with the stars to go where they think he's needed. Eventually, the night dies down. I assume nothing comes up from the mad wizard's uh, maze. That's a question for you, Stan.
Nothing comes up from what?
The mad wizard's maze.
I don't know what you're referring to.
We're at the Briani portal. It is the Mad Mage.
Oh, that was
The dungeon of the
that
Mad
was
Mage.
that was settled months ago. Cleared out.
I doubt that. But okay.
They're waiting for the new big bad to move in there. I mean, it'll happen sometime, but oh, there's an entire dungeon underneath this place.
I do not suggest you go.
It's usually on a anywhere from 6 months to 2 year cycle. We're in that nice little, lull period before somebody decides to take it over and start experimenting again.
The mage comes back. Every place has its own bit of weirdness. That's true. When nature tries to kill you, it tends to be straightforward.
The evening continues on over the course of several bottles of wine. You all get pleasantly drunk. And eventually, you guys are actually given like real food too. There's the proprietor comes back and asks how you would like steaks done. And then, beg your pardon, sirs, ma'am, because he recognizes you two are of the druid and the paladin that are nature-based. We do also have vegetarian options if you're not interested in the meats.
Meats are fine.
And he asks you how you want your steaks cooked, and there's a steak and grilled veggies and baked potato meal. made for each of you, along with another bottle of wine at dinner. It's yeah, it's a nice, quiet, respectful evening where you guys can reminisce about your lost companion. So
Ready to eat, drink, and reminisce, be merry, and celebrate his life. And Duroc, truly hoping he's in a better place. We're all kind of relying on hearsay and guesswork on that one, but
Yeah.
so, uh, as the evening comes to a close, you guys stumble back to places to sleep. Uh, Anything to complete on day 2 or day 3? Your cloak will be done evening of day 2, Nick.
sounds good.
So morning of day 4 then, uh, there is a summons to find you and bring you to Wrath's room, or to the teleportation circle uh, at at Waterdeep, and prepare to travel to Nethwatch Keep. Yes. It is an isolated fortress built on the edge of a high plateau. Uh, um, Strategically important position, the point where the Eastern Way begins its descent into the River Umber and the town of Nethjet. The keep sits near the frontiers with Aglarond and Thresk. It was built to protect the Thayan Plateau from invasion. That's the popular lie. Yeah. Uh,
Didn't we just teleport here though?
you are teleporting there, yeah.
Like magic.
The keep is a military site, not a diplomatic one. It was chosen for the summit only because of its remote location. Its remote location limits the damage that could happen should things go horribly, horribly awry. Anything could go wrong in Nethwatch Keep, and the rest of the world would never know. And this is information that's being reiterated to you by Wrath. Um, maps. I'm looking at my maps here. Here are my maps. Uh, those go
They-
down there.
They've been swiped.
Yeah, they have.
Ha 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 ha.
Where is? I believe you guys are teleported to here. Yes. So you guys are teleported to right about here on this corner of the map near Chip, where this little weird L is. Uh, these are 10-foot squares, FYI. I'm not going to have you guys readjust or anything. We're not doing combat on this map, but it's just to give you a sense of the grandioseness of this place.
And this is what, like a fort or a castle or
It's a keep, but
a
yes.
keep? Okay. Wugga, wugga, wugga.
As soon as you guys teleport in, you notice that there are several arrow slits in the walls, and crossbow bolts are trained directly at you. And Wrath immediately raises his hands. We come in peace. We are envoys from the city of Waterdeep. I surrender as a traitor to the Council of Red Wizards. The crossbow bolts do not lower, but there is a nobody fires anything.
That's good.
Uh, you guys are a contingency of whites approach the door leading out into this area. They come around from here, and they're led by let's see here, a red wizard who is a human. He's a human red wizard who takes Wrath into chains. He's wearing obstinate red cloaks. Like this is he looks like he's been decked to the nines. He's wearing these robes are very like ceremonial and ornamental rather than functional. Uh, with him are 4 whites who look at you, who eye you hungrily, but do not make any motion to attack you. It's a bit unsettling.
I kind of like. I give him the paladin stink eye.
He nods
Just
appropriately.
a hint of holy spark in there.
Okay. He bows deeply and raises himself back up, towering definitely over you, Jessica. I am Thos Terek. I am the Grand Inquisitor of Laprindar. I'm an Inquisitor, and I will be helping to oversee your stay. We welcome the delegates from the Council of Waterdeep, and we would ask that you, and we would show you to your rooms if you are ready.
Does he run around yelling everyone is a heretic? Can he cast Exterminatus on the area?
Probably.
Is that Warhammer references?
Yeah. Thoth. Thoss. Thoss.
I'll be right back.
We have prepared them for living dignitaries. You have a bed, chest, a desk, an easy chair. Standard creature comforts. They're within a few feet of each other. Thoughts on the inside, of course. Yeah. You guys are led into the keep through these doors right here, which are a series of portcullises. So and you can see this place is busy with undead. Like, there are skeletons, there are wights, there are very few humans, or, you know, humanoid slaves of any type that aren't already undead.
Hmm.
Um, Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
I got nat 20 for 29.
16.
Okay. Um, you guys do know that there are you guys can see that the only humans that appear to be in this place are the Red Wizards. Everybody else is an undead of some sort. As you guys are brought through the walls into the outer area, and then brought around this tower and in through these portcullises into the inner keep, uh, you are met with a once again another grandiose standing undead, but this one looks to be a vampire. And boss, who do we have here?
Back.
And you guys are introduced to uh Zoran Gull. Uh Next to Zoran Gull is the Castellan of the keep. Basically the guy that's in charge of, keeping the place safe. Uh Zoran, everybody give me an insight check on this guy.
13.
19.
Insight 17.
17. 15 or higher. This guy does not like you. He does not like your presence in the keep. He does not like that you are given free reign. He does not like you.
I go on a
Period.
murder spree.
No, 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 no. He is being very polite about it though. Like with an 8, you don't know that. He is acting with all due diplomacy. I'm just saying, like, this is for somebody who hates the living. This guy is holding it together incredibly well. Okay. Yes. Hmm. These Zoran leans in really close to Sir Caspian and goes, "Let us not put on airs. We are men of action. Lies do not become us." So and that's just private to you, Sir Caspian. He knows what you're about, you know what he's about. Smile and nod. So, you guys are brought into the keep, and brought up to the second floor. This keep has you see there are stores leading down. There's a stairwell leading up in the upper left corner. That's that big circular area. You guys are brought to the fourth floor of the keep. And oh wait, no, sorry, not the circular bit. There is a stairwell like right in this corner here on the inside of that building, and you're brought up 4 flights of stairs uh to a chamber that leads to a hallway, and there are exactly 5 rooms that are guest rooms that have been reserved for you. Each room is 15 feet by 25 feet. Uh, it gives you each of the windows provides you with impressive views of the castle and the surrounding countryside. You can peer down from your windows into the outer ward, affording a rare view of the slave pens. Uh, each room has a bed as necessary. Jessica, your room very specifically has been fitted with a halfling bed, a halfling size bed.
Cool.
The rooms are comfortably appointed. Uh, none of the doors do have locks, though. That was my bad. Sorry. Correct. Um, you can see that each of the doors is guarded by 2 wights.
Oh,
Or sorry, not each of the doors. There are 2 wights posted outside in the hallway, though, patrolling. No,
mm-hmm.
there are 2 wights patrolling the hallway. Um, there is another 1, 2, 3, 4. There is another room that is casually discarded, as to say, "You do not need to enter this room. It is merely the servants' quarters. If you ask any of our compatriots, we will send somebody to get something for you. You certainly do not need to interact with the slaves yourselves."
Is there any sort of itinerary that we should be aware of?
We have planned for a an afternoon meeting with our promised dignitary, who is I've got a name here. Where the fuck did my names go? Uh, Eseldera Yeth. She is the Tharkon. Tharchion?
Okay.
Eseldra. Eseldra. She's a Tharkion. She's one of the. She's not a Zulkir, but she's in charge of this place. Like, so there's Saztam, who's at the top. There are the seven or eight Lich Lords, and then each Lich Lord has, other
Oh.
generals and whatnot. So you're about 3 from the top. Yes. It looks fresh. You guys are left. Dinner will be, or our brunch and opening. Our opening discussions will be in 4 hours' time. If you are peckish from your travels, we have provided you with a meager supplement to tide you over.
I will point out that no, we will be fine.
Uh,
Because I am a druid, so I have one of the most broken
Thassa,
spells out there.
Thassa nods appropriately and says, uh, you can meet us in the Great Hall. It is 2 floors below.
And I have good berries.
Is Purify a cantrip? That is not something paladins get. We do not get cantrips. Oh. I don't have that. So.
Anything you guys want to do? It was discussed that, with minor exception, you have been given free reign of exploration to this place. Though, if a door is closed, please knock before you enter.
That is good to know.
They are treating you like guests, despite being fucking undead everywhere.
They are treating us like foreign dignitaries, which is
Yes.
what we were told, not what we expected.
Yes. Okay. Tell me about your tamper proofing. Okay. Sure. Okay. Just FYI, you do know you're on the 4th floor. Okay. More, yeah, okay. Sure. All right. Um, there is a moose. Anybody else doing anything else, or you guys just settling in for the next couple hours?
Um, Thorn will settle in, but he'll make sure to stay with at least one other party member.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are our rooms pretty spread out, or are we all kind of in one little section of the
Um,
complex?
one little section of all of your rooms are on this floor.
Okay.
The largest gap between doors is maybe 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like maybe 35 feet.
Okay. So that we weren't like separated or anything like that.
No.
Yeah, just be milling about with the party. Just kind
Um,
of
as you guys are milling about, if you're wandering the hallway outside of your rooms, you can see down below. You can see 2 floors down to where there is a grand hall, and it looks like they are setting up a large table and looking to have a feast and a delicate spread of things, and it looks like they are preparing for a diplomatic event.
mhm.
Yes. What is this? Hmm, that is helpful. As much as I try to stay away from dragons, they often find me. Okay, should I just add like a custom item, or is there an item I should add? Okay.
Look at Moose. He's got spells.
Platinum.
Oh, I know this spell.
Yeah, easily.
Just gonna add a custom item.
Okay.
I make sure that I have my scorpion.
Oh,
I have a scorpion,
just a little one.
just a little one.
Oh, he's
Well,
just a little guy.
he's just, he is a small scorpion that I carry with me.
That's true.
Fine, he's a tiny scorpion that I carry with me that I can turn into a giant scorpion.
Giant as in large size scorpion.
Yes, I have the spell giant insects, so I just keep a scorpion with me. It's very helpful.
Uh, since you are being so jumpy, Sir Caspian, please give me a perception check. Oh, what gives you that? Nice.
Hey, I have that shield too.
22. There is absolutely nothing untoward or booby-trapped besides your own, or secret passages or anything about your room.
That's what they want you to think. Haven't set anything up, but I'm gonna bullshit some little rig with like climbing spikes before I go to bed. Anything in my pack that will just make noise if it gets knocked over, essentially.
I'm going to offer to remain in the room with one other individual.
Mhm.
I'm because I'm a elf. I am aware for 4 hours. I don't sleep.
Oh yeah, you like trance.
Yeah, I trance.
I need my cat nap. That is kind of weird. Hmm.
I can fly. Stan,
Yes.
do you think we'll go get into combat today?
Probably not.
Okay, then I don't have to worry about Cosmic Omen.
Uh, After a couple of hours, there is a knock on each of your doors. The knock comes from a white, one of the whites that is patrolling. And good evening or good afternoon. Your presence is requested in the Great Hall. And then the white goes, it is down the stairs, 2 flights. Have a good day. Yes.
Let's enter normally, but before we do, um, who's going to take point on negotiations? Okay, then I am going to give you enhanced ability. Where is that? First level spell, duh. I'll give you Eagle's Splendor. So now you have advantage on charisma checks.
How long does that last?
An hour.
Okay.
I figure it will last for. It'll be good for um, negotiations.
Yeah, probably.
So
You guys are you guys head down. Table is spread with fine meats and cheeses, uh, fresh fruit. Um, uh, there isn't anything like it is unsettling how not weird this table is laid out. Like this is kind of the sort of thing that you would see like if you were meeting with any dignitary in Waterdeep.
Okay.
Yes. Um uh there are uh there's obviously there's a couple of undead milling about. The majority of the castle's undead appear to be whites. There are a couple of skeletons here and there for, like very generic stuff, but mostly ghouls, gas, and whites. Um, you guys are as you guys approach the table, the dignitaries for the undead stand and bow. You have been joined by somebody who is not who you have not met yet, and appears to be another vampire. Uh, but whereas uh, um, Zoran is definitely like a warrior type, you know. He had a sword and he had armor, and he looked like he knew his way around combat as a vampire. This vampire is very flowy and definitely female, and looks to be more spellcastery. Thank you, Sir Caspian. I am Eseldra Yeth. I Now is an appropriate time. I thank you for taking time to meet with all of us. Please, please, have a seat. Enjoy some refreshments. The the undead lift some lids and back away, and food. There's some hot food. There's some cold food. Everything looks beautifully prepared and fresh and ready to eat. Uh, yes, there are. Consummate gentlemen as ever. Uh, she takes a gulp of a liquid from a goblet that looks like it might be wine, but we all know it's blood. And she dabs at the corners of her mouth very politely. Yes, as you may be well aware, the threat that the cult of the dragon brings is a threat to all peoples of the world. Whether we are alive or returned. The danger that this creature they are trying to summon can bring is. I assume you have been read in on the heresy that the Church of Bahamut has perpetrated.
That is an interesting way to phrase it.
The Church of Bahamut literally denied the existence of Tiamat to the rest of
For years.
for centuries,
Centuries, yeah.
millennia. The heresy of the Church of Bahamut. Had we known about this threat, we could have been better prepared for it. Yes. Where one goes, the other must follow, unfortunately. But we will say no more of this matter. She claps her hands. She claps her hands, and you can see two whites disappear through a door and come back a moment later. Uh, it looks like he's been roughed up. He is a 3. Like, this guy betrayed these people.
He's not being. Yeah. He's
I
not
mean,
being tortured, which is better than what we thought.
yeah, no. Well, it's only been a couple hours. You know? Yes. I mean, he just kind of weakly nods and raises a hand. And I apologize for the unsightliness of this individual. He has been a thorn in our side, having allied himself with the cults. There were certain immediate punishments. We opted for the lesser ones. In the spirit of welcoming forgiveness. Yes. First of all, we would offer our immediate support in the terms of, as Wrath so delicately put it, he has no fucking clue where the cult is operating out of. We could task all of the Wizards of Thay into finding the cult.
In fairness to Wrath, no one has any idea where the cult is located.
That's true. But we have the best diviners known to man and undead.
Hmm.
Such, even with locations, even with spells of non-detection, those can be broken with enough magical force. If this alliance were to go through, I could estimate somewhere between 1 and 2 weeks that it would take us. Depending on how many wards the cult has put up. Everything can be broken. It's just a matter of patience. And as you can see that I am undead, I have all the patience in the world. It's actually wine. It's actually got a very good bouquet. A potential ceasing of hostilities from each of the member states that your council represents. There are there are constant skirmishes from Cormier and from the Elven kingdoms. Thay wishes to remain, for the time being, a neutral party to the rest of the world. Yeah, go roll me a history check. It wouldn't be a good thing to cease hostilities, but it wouldn't be bad either. There is. They've been trying to expand a little bit.
Probably more slaving raids than anything else.
Yeah. Hmm. I'm sure we can come to some finer arrangements. It is. Maps will need to be drawn, lines created. I'm sure we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement for all.
Um, I can't think of anything
Have we
pressing
defined
for
what kind of assistance we will be receiving? I recall it was immediate assistance. Did we specify?
They will task literally they will task literally everybody in the country of Thay that is a diviner with finding the cult.
Yeah, they would.
Yes.
Essentially, they're going to answer the unanswerable question of the campaign at the moment.
Right. Right. Yes. I don't know why I forgot that. Yep. After assisting locate the cult, would you be willing to then further assist stopping their activities? You've said that is part of your interest in this alliance, yes?
Yes, of course. The cult must be stopped at all costs.
Um, have they elaborated on their just in case I missed it, like kind of their wild or not wild, but like abrupt change of heart in all of this?
No, they have not.
Okay, so they have been like specifically dodging the question, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a skilled negotiator that you are
Mhm.
working with.
So long term, other than the immediate, obviously, cataclysmic events that we're trying to curtail, what's your hopes and dreams for this situation's play out?
Well, as you know, Thay is a country totally devoted to the study of magic. We would welcome any and all of the free peoples of the world to come and learn at our illustrious cities. Take that for what you will.
So looking to maybe be less of the reclusive or kind of forgotten nation.
Yes. And, well, there are certain unfortunate uh, stigmas that come with being a nation run by the undead. We look to hope that the free peoples of the Sword Coast look past that to see that even the undead are merely undead in pursuit of purposeful knowledge to unlock the mystic arts fully and deeply.
I mean, it sounds like you've got PR issues, and really, it looks like you're looking to outreach. You're looking to broaden your horizons. Maybe have a bigger focus than just you know, necromantic and like you said, some of the more unsavory elements of arcane study.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
What? 17.
This is a PR stunt for her. Um, Saz Tam is never probably going to give up power. This will always be a necromantic. Uh,
Hour.
they will always be a necromantic power. Period, bar none.
Okay.
It is going to. It is a. I mean, Saz is a lich. He has a dictatorial hold over the entire country.
Well, I mean, that just means Says Town needs to die.
Yes. Um,
Right, guys, we're derailing the campaign. This is now a political intrigue assassination campaign. We are now the Inglorious Bastards, and we're gonna go kill Saz Tam.
uh, you're pretty sure that Eseldra is saying all. You're not sure if Eseldra believes everything that she's saying. She's definitely saying all of the right words, though.
Okay, so regardless of what's going on here, like they want this to work desperately.
Yes.
They want this alliance to happen. They want the cult taken out. They want to avert.
They want to avert global catastrophe.
Yep.
Planar
So
catastrophe.
I think we like over the course of this dinner and negotiations. I feel like we can all be pretty assured of that by this point.
Yes.
Everyone more or less wants the same thing. They just don't want to give it up for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're at a pretty good understanding of both sides of the table.
For your guys' consideration, is there anything that you want to? Do you guys want to ask for leniency for Wrath? That's me asking as the DM.
Do they ask if that's something we want, or are you
No.
asking that?
I'm asking.
Oh,
'Cause
well, yeah. If that seems to have been something that's overlooked, Jessica would also pipe up. Oh, one more thing though. I mean, if it wasn't for Wrath, we wouldn't be here talking to you, and I don't think this summit would even be happening. So, in light of the fact that we all seem to be pretty on board with going forward, I'd like to at least request that that be taken into due consideration.
It is something we are willing to consider. There is a tenseness in the air from Thoth, the Inquisitor. He
Wrath I'll just mention, Wrath requested that he should not lose his head. So if you could ensure that he does not lose his head, then I'm sure all parties will be satisfied. That is Wrath's problem, not ours.
Thoth is, as I said, Thoth is visibly frustrated by this request. He's an Inquisitor, and by like
He wanted to do some
divine,
inquisiting.
he wants to do some inquisiting. He, you know, he's got himself a traitor, and he wants to inquisit the fuck out of that traitor.
You darn right he does.
Seldra is she just puts up a hand, and Thoth releases like his death grip on his goblet. It is something that can be discussed at a later date, I'm sure.
At least, just so everyone, so no rash or hasty decisions are made, and
Yes.
that be on the table.
Oh, certainly. For crimes that Wrath has committed against our great city-state. Certainly death would never be on the table. That would be far too quick.
Orin just kind of shrugs and it's like he just requested never to lose his head.
So yeah, I basically haven't been having you roll. I've just been calculating the fact that you are advanced on your charisma checks into her responses. FYI. I don't care to. I know you're going to succeed on anything I throw at you.
Yeah, I was gonna say his average is basically in the 20s.
Yeah.
With advantage and a +12.
Yeah.
I want to see that nat 1 and a 3.
I'm just saying, like that's.
Oh,
I'm just saying, even on a 3, you are beating hard checks. You have to remember, D&D 5th edition is 5 is easy, 10 is medium difficulty, 15 is hard, 20 is like I No. I'm just letting you know. I built that into their responses. You know.
Well, I mean, definitely worth the spell.
I mean, it's what, a second level spell slot. You guys are fine.
Yeah. I still got 3 more of those.
Oh, nothing that can't wait for tomorrow. We will. Shall we discuss more tomorrow at breakfast? We can have some maps of the area drawn up and discuss our treaty in greater detail. We can settle for a brunch. Shall we say 10 a.m.?
It is agreed.
Sounds good to me.
I would remind you, as guests, you have free reign of the castle and its keep. Uh, we would advise you to stay away from slave quarters, though. We would not wish to offend you. There is literally one room, like the slave pits are,
Stan,
yeah.
how bleak would you describe this nation now that we've spent a few hours here? Like, does this place seem like they're putting on a show, and like misery abounds, or is this, even with all of its fucked up weird quirks and stuff, a nation like any other?
Uh, this
At
is
least this fort, this keep.
this keep is not as fucked up as you expected it to be.
Okay. It seemed like there's a couple things where you kind of pointed that out. I wasn't sure if that was like strictly a cuz they're putting on airs sort of thing, or I
You're
suppose we probably don't have enough time to make that judgment call.
you don't have enough time to make that judgment.
Fair enough.
Like I said, you don't. There are plenty of slaves here, but all of the slaves that you have seen are undead in nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
All right.
You have not seen any human, any living slaves.
That's probably intentional on their part.
Most likely.
You said it's running on evening, and they basically bid us a good night.
Yes.
Okay.
Like this was a lunch negotiation into dinner, sort of thing. Like you guys have been at the table probably about 6 hours as this has been going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just extrapolated from there.
Oh, and I didn't say it, but I would have gone to this meeting with my full court regalia with the
Yes.
ceremonial antlers and flower adornments.
That is perfectly well and accepted. Everybody here seems to be putting on airs, and there is a palpable tension in the air. Like, give me an insight check, Nick, because you're asking about stuff.
No, I'm not. Never happened. Prove it.
Okay, fine. Don't roll insight. Fuck you.
Now I want to roll insight. You can't stop me.
I can and I will.
La, 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 la. 17.
17. Eseldra wants this alliance to happen, mainly because she thinks that if she can get an alliance with the majority of the city states of the Sword Coast, that will put her in line for a really good promotion to maybe being, upgraded in her undeadness. Yeah.
Comes with frequent flyer miles. All right. I mean, so
I mean,
she's
there is
definitely leveraging this, but that that's the same type of political nonsense that you'd see anywhere. We literally saw Neverember being ousted in the middle of this campaign.
yes.
So I mean, like we've been dealing with like the dickest of dick dwarf leaders. We've been dealing with shitty elf. Like we've been dealing with almost nothing but political ennui.
No. But like they're undead and they're slavers.
Yeah,
On the
this is a shitty nation of shitty people with shitty
but
rulers.
shitty nation of shitty people, but they actually want the good to happen. They want to stop the cult.
Yeah, whether it's for completely selfish reasons is basically irrelevant in this particular discussion. Plus, as we discussed with Wrath and what seems to be on the table here is like going forward, there's potential for long-term societal change and upheaval as well.
Yeah.
So
That
like
long term in the millennia
yeah, well,
sense.
yeah, we're talking generational change. This is nothing multi-generational change. Nothing that's gonna happen in any of our lifetimes, even Thorns.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're dealing with undead here. They think on a different time scale than most people.
yeah, well, I mean, if you're a particular type of undead, then you're even more long-lived than elves in a sense.
Is there
Than
anything
your
you guys
average
want to
elf.
do this evening? Let me double check here. Yes,
Jessica jumps up on the table and turns undead. Ha 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 ha.
Saztam.
Sustain.
Uh,
Zasmanian Devil.
All right, this is the coolest animation I've ever seen.
well, we don't have specific libraries. You may certainly ask any of our alive denizens if they are willing to part with any of their research. It might make for some heavy reading. Unfortunately, we are a military outpost.
I don't think they write down their history. I think they remember it. I was
I think
Happens with old
it's
age.
like a good idea.
um,
His hearing is going too.
Kids these days.
I am. I am quite young. That's probably true. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Chip anything?
just going to meditate
Okay.
in my room.
Jessica?
Uh, yeah, no, I'm good. I think I'm.
No.
I don't have any particular things to do. Just kind of do. I'm gonna hold like a little bit of a ritual in my room. I don't really
It wouldn't be
appease
snooping per se. You guys have been given free reign of this place.
free reign with an asterisk.
Let's see here. Who would be willing to give you a tour? Um, as I'm assuming you ask for one, right? Should be- Would anybody be willing to give me a tour of this place? The Inquisitor smiles and snaps his fingers, and a red wizard who was been kind of like sulking at the edge of the grand hall strides forward confidently and says, "Yes, my lord." "Naya, would you please escort Sir Caspian around the keep? He would do well to be shown anything that could sate his curiosity." "Yes, my lord." She bows uh and approaches Sir Caspian. What would interest you most, my lord?" "Sure." Naya NYH leads you outside of the keep and along to one of the towers, um, and leads you up to the battlements. Uh, this is a military installation. There is not any sort of city for miles and miles and miles. You can kind of make out a settlement, probably maybe 10 miles deeper into Thay. It might be where they're getting some of the supplies for this keep. Okay. Alex, what did you have?
Um, gonna just rig up some of my supplies in a also in sort of a makeshift alarm because yeah, this is a place I don't trust. So
What?
just
Why
gonna
don't you
kind of,
trust it? They have done nothing but show you ultimate hospitality.
and that's the most suspicious thing they could do. Um, so yeah, just kind of setting up some um maybe like some climbing spikes and just kind of like rigging them up against the door so that if the door moves, is the door open inward or outward for this
Find out
purpose?
whatever is more beneficial to you.
inward, because then if I set up some shit against the door, it would make a clattering noise if
Okay,
anybody were to try and sneak into my room.
then that I don't have that, and I can never figure that out. And
I figure it's such an obscure question, but like when you're thinking of security for a room, it's so important if you're
yeah,
fucking with the door for inwards and outwards. But there's never a guidebook for any DM that's like, by the way, the door opens inward.
yeah.
It's
Everybody
not a
seems to ask
detail.
that question like we fucking know.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah. Um. Uh. Sir Caspian. Uh. Give me a perception check. 22. Uh. You get the sense that you are being watched, but every time that you try and whirl around to figure out what is watching you, you don't see anything. But
Dude,
it's that prickling sense on the edge of the sense of reason.
they're always in your blind spot.
Um, Hallways, with blind corners, you know, um, uh, definitely as definitely as you were crossing the courtyard once or twice, there might have been something from behind one of the piles of hay as you were passing by a stable. Oh, certainly. Um, she uh Naya brings you towards one of the stables. Uh you can see that. Yeah, yep. Uh yes. Yes, there are footprints that look particularly fresh. Um give me an insight check. Well, they're either a halfling's or they're a child's.
Ah,
No, I have not seen the Mistress of the Leaf at all in our travels today, my Sir Caspian. No. Though, if I were to... And then she reaches out with her hand and it begins to glow. And then she just kind of she rotates her hand up, and you can see a struggling child who's in the grasp of a Bigby's hand coming out of the pile of hay. And Naya responds and goes, "This is Cressa." "Beg your pardon, my lord." "Cressa is dutiful and curious. She is tasked with providing support to our dignitaries. However, she should not be focused on a single dignitary at all times." "Yes." "Beg your pardon, miss, but he's the only one that's out and about. Everybody else went back to their rooms." "We were told that 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 slaves would be detrimental to the peace talks, so we were to stay hidden." The Big B's hand is not hurting Cressa. It is literally holding her aloft, though, so she cannot get away. It's a slave, yes. It is dependent on their particular master. Uh, this one belongs to Eseldra. So long as it is nothing harmful. At your leisure, my lord. And as soon as the spell gets, Cressa, like, turns to fucking bolt. And she stops and curtsies in her, rags. "Thank you, my lord. What's it for?" "Oh, thank you kindly, my lord." "Yes, my lord." And she darts into a building. "Hmm. Let me lead you back to your room then, my lord." You get the sense that you are not being followed any further. Um, okay. Chip is the only one that doesn't sleep, right?
Yes.
As far as room security goes, do you miss having a Warforged? Oh, Stan. I thought like we it was me. Who was the? Oh, it was Jesse. It was Stan, Jesse, and I were playing in a short Eberron campaign that Pat and Gil ran, and I was a Warforged, and like they don't really sleep. They kind of just go into like a
Sentry mode.
sentry mode. And so like there were a couple times where we would like we'd a two bed room was perfect for the party then, because each person got a bed, and then I just propped myself against the door and went into sentry mode. So
we're gonna start with Jezka. Jezka,
something
as
spoopy happening.
oh yeah, super
Oh,
spoopy.
well, I'm sorry, but I'm allergic to spoop.
Oh well, then you're
So
probably gonna die from the spoopiness.
nope, it means I'm immune to it.
Disrespect the
I'm so
allergy.
allergic that it has to just get the hell out.
No, unfortunately, that's not how this spoopiness works.
I'm pretty
Uh,
sure I make the spoopy.
you find yourself paralyzed and magically bound inside a mystic cauldron, gripping you with animated chains and tentacles.
When, so wait, like a lead in from what?
From you falling asleep.
Oh, okay.
Spoopy, not porny.
By the way, I started saying this, but then the tour happened.
Okay.
I doubt this will have any effect on this, but I wanted to perform like kind of a little bit of a ritual in my room before going to bed. Basically,
Okay.
just kind of a this place is a bit
Bucky.
bare. What?
Bucky.
Well, yeah, but like it's barren and kind of like a place outside of the norms of like the four tenets of the old ways.
Yeah.
So this is like it's not it's pretty much like a nation diametrically opposed to like all the things I believe in.
Oh yeah.
And I'm supposed to kind of like uphold and care about. So I don't know because I don't answer to like a god directly. I answer to just kind of like the force of light in the world and general goodness. But I'm going to pull out like I brought some like random bits and bobs with me. I'm gonna pull out some soil and kind of like create some life. Make like a little like kind of potted um display of plants and just kind of like an altar to growth and life where there feels like there is so little.
Okay. Yeah, the tree struggles to grow, or the plants struggle to grow, but they do cling to life. It's almost like this place is just kind of sucking the life dry out of things. But your spirits that you worship and that you serve are doing their best to preserve this altar as best as they can.
And just seeing that there's like a literal struggle for life to take root here. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to do. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to bring back New Bloom.
Okay.
Yeah, she died a while back, and I haven't really had a opportune moment to resurrect her.
Oh, one more thing. Let's see here. I need everybody to make a persuasion check. Yours is still this one is still at advantage because this is supposed to be made during the negotiations anyway.
That's a straight 14.
16.
What
Woo!
what check was it? Sorry.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh jeez. Nat one for not great.
Okay.
Use your inspiration. This might be your last roll tonight.
This is true. 16 for a lot better. Persuasion for a 15. Absolutely.
So was lowest 16 then, or 14? Can't remember if Chip said 14.
I said 14. Yeah. All I could think of was if he had a -2, then that would have been a stack underflow, and he'd have what would it be, like 999,999, wherever the max 16-bit is.
Oh, I think we lost Stan because he kind of stopped saying stuff too. And
I'm
then
still here. Can
oh,
you still hear me?
yeah, the table just crashed though,
Huh.
or at least it did for me. Am I the only one who got kicked out of the table?
Oh,
No,
no, I
everybody
get
got
kicked out
kicked
as
out
well.
of the table.
Sorry, everyone said that at once.
Everybody got kicked out of the table. I don't
Okay.
know what happened.
Do we need to get back into the table?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't use the rolling on the table anyway.
So, anyway, I just got kicked from the table too.
Haha.
Sir, I bought a dice roller for a reason.
So, Jezka, bound inside a Mr. Cauldron, gripped with animated chains and tentacles, you are surrounded by the various red wizards of Nethwatch Keep. And then in this, in this place, Thos Tarek, resplendent in his inquisitorial robes, steps forward and announces,
I don't even let him finish before I at least try to do something.
Okay, what are you attempting to do?
I want to channel divinity, and turn the faithless.
You find that you cannot channel divinity.
Oh boy. Then I sing a shanty.
What do you do with a drunken Jessica? Right
I
in the
have
morning.
further questions for you, little one.
You first.
No.
I don't know. Seems not pretty quid pro quo-y.
What is your mission here in Thay?
I just gotta
The
cock an
truth
eye.
will set you free.
I just cock an eyebrow, like.
If you say so.
You're supposed to ask what his quest, what's
yeah,
his
I'm not-
name first before
you're
you
gonna have to
ask about
be-
his quest.
You're gonna have to be more specific. I believe pretty much everything we said on the table was accurate. Unless I zoned out for a little while there, we were talking for a hot minute.
Do you have any intentions towards Saztam? Eternal may he reign.
I mean, I don't know much about the guy or girl or whoever. I don't really. I'm more of a traveler. I don't really. I'm not looking to settle down or anything like that. I've no intentions to marry your Saztam.
Are you his enemy? Confess! You know, shaking a rod at you.
Is anything happening to me, or am I just tied up and bound?
You're tied up and bound, and you are being racked with pain.
Oh, okay. That part might have been. That part. Maybe if you said that, I don't remember hearing that. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing here. That's why I've been very
You are
flippant
bound.
and.
You are bound and chained in this cauldron.
Again, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm being like tortured.
Okay. Sorry.
Is there actual effects happening between his little tirades?
Let me read here. Okay, yeah. So let's go back for a second.
Okay.
First question: what is your mission in Thay? You responded, persuasion
yeah.
check.
I just responded. We were pretty upfront, but persuasion check.
Yes.
Okay.
Or deception if you are attempting to lie.
I'm not. Oh, that's. Oh wait, no. I do. I reroll those. A thing I forgot the entire campaign. That I am a halfling and I reroll that one. Yeah. 12.
12. Okay. You're going to take 10 psychic damage.
Is this magic?
Yes, it is.
Neat. I'm gonna continue no errata to my flippant and vaguely uninterested responses.
Okay.
Considering this is a magic effect. You said
Yes.
12 10?
Yes.
Okay. Bop.
10 psychic damage.
I kind of like wince a little bit. Yeah. And then second question.
What are your intentions towards Saztam, Eternal May He Reign?
Yep, same flippant, sort of like confused response.
Give me
Do I
another
need to
persuasion
another
check.
persuasion check?
Yeah.
Even though I'm like not lying or really doing anything.
Well, no, you are.
Or,
You
oh,
are
fair enough. I'm still negotiating with a torturer.
Yeah.
21.
21. No effect.
Okay.
Are you the enemy of Saztam? Confess.
I mean, is this like a paladin thing? Like, I know I gave you the stink eye, but it was mostly directed at the whites. I really, it's just this place skeeves me out. But I don't have any like. I just want to stop Tiamat. That's clearly the objective that I've been set upon. The path of the greater will, and all of that. So I guess no. Persuasion.
Yeah.
19.
19. Okay, no effect. And he continues to ask you pointed questions.
I mean, when I was 13, I guess, but that's really none of your business.
The last one he asks is, does the Council of Waterdeep plan to betray the great city-state of Thay?
Again, I feel like we answered this at the table. We're not spies. I mean, it should have been pretty damn. I mean, did you do your research? Do you even know who I am or like what I'm all about? I feel like you picked.
Check.
What?
Persuasion check.
With a side swagger check.
9.
That's another 10 psychic damage.
Okay, I wince a little bit again. Like I really feel like you guys didn't really do your research, and this is bush league.
This goes on for about an hour before you are brought back to the room. Well, before you wake up in your bed.
I don't know. Do I get to make some attempts to make him go crazy because of my annoying and brash nature?
No.
Uno
Because of
reverse.
your wiles.
Unfortunately not. Even your inane babbling, this Inquisitor has seen it all.
I don't know. I feel like this particular brand of reaction to his methods must have been at least partially frustrating, especially considering any time he did needle me, it seemed half as effective. Stan, I at least want to be on this guy's forever shit list.
Oh, you are. Congratulations.
I hope he hates me forever. I hope sometimes, whenever he slips up, He's not on his game. He's torturing maybe at a like a quarter level. He thinks of me. He thinks of my smug ass.
He's
Wasn't
torturing at
responsible.
a child's birthday party.
Jezka, you wake up screaming and drenched in sweat. Sheets stained in blood, though you have no visible wounds about you. You do not gain the benefits of a long rest.
I lay on hands to recover any damage.
Okay.
Damn, why you gotta do this to the DM? What are you doing?
Was I at all? Was I more hurt than those 2 instances of 5?
No.
Okay,
You also, but once again, you do not gain the benefits of a long rest.
that's fine. We didn't do anything. Oh wait, I guess I did cast my one ritual. Wait, no, that's a ritual spell. Oh wait, hold on a second. I can't remember if that actually is considered a ritual spell. No, it's not. So yeah, I did use a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay. And you've
So.
burned 10 points of your lay on hands.
True story.
Just Nick deciding how much of a middle finger he gets to give the DM right now.
So yeah,
I feel so much better.
I mean, like that felt like all in my head. Where'd the blood come from? I bundle up the sheets that are covered in blood and I throw them out the window. And then I just lay back down on New Bloom and we rest. We lay on the floor. I pull out my my bedroll
We lay on the
and
floor.
lay on the floor with New Bloom.
We're just gonna start to color with our coloring book.
Is it still like the middle of the night,
Yeah.
or is it like morning by this point?
It's like middle of the night.
Okay. I cast protection against psychic damage on myself before going back to sleep.
Okay. Let's go with Snow. Snow dreams.
All right.
Actually, what am I talking about? I'm gonna go into the other people's rooms. I was just attacked.
I assume these are all simultaneous.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just saying, like, Jessica isn't just gonna go back to sleep. She is gonna do all that other stuff I said.
Okay.
Throw the sheets out the window, heal
That's
herself.
fine.
I'm
and
then
to another person though. Just
yep,
FYI.
that's fine. But yeah, if there wasn't traces, like if I wasn't covered in blood, I probably would have just gone back to sleep. But whatever happened was more than just in my head. So I'm going to check on the party.
Okay. As you are Snow, bound in a mystic cauldron, gripped with tentacles and chains. The Grand Inquisitor approaches you, his horned helmet, and he's got a jaw that kind of a bone jaw that grips the side of his face. Long gaunt face. I mean, he is the epitome of fucking evil, but the only thing he's missing is like the Inquisitor goatee, you know.
Okay. So this is a pretty scary scenario. It's pretty
Yeah.
frightening, you'd say.
A little bit, yeah. I'm trying
Okay.
to paint that. I
Okay.
think it's ridiculous too. Okay, I think it's.
Well, if this is kind of if this is a spooky scenario, you know, I think my monk instinct would kick in, and I would just take a breath, calm myself, and use stillness of the mind.
You cannot use.
What? This is but this isn't okay. This is just me focusing my inner self.
I mean, Channel Divinity isn't a spell either. It's something that I pull from my divine source.
Yeah, but this is literally just me and my brain.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm assuming it's just no class abilities or anything like that.
Yeah.
You don't have no idea how excited I was for Stan to be like, "You're getting interrogated. You're terrified." And I'm like, "I am the fear. Peace out."
You're not under a fear effect.
If it was or a charm, it says fear or charm. So if this was some sort of like dream charm, I was gonna be like, peace out.
Actually, let me check.
Because if it's a charm, I'm out. I'm done. I'm good.
Hang on. Let me now that you have me questioning that, hang on. It's an illusion.
Ah, damn.
It's not a charm.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay, scary guy. Scary guy. All right.
Snow of the mountaintop. The purest, cleanest, whitest of your kind.
Snow on the mountaintop, not of the mountaintop. Get it right?
What is your mission here in Thay?
To make an ally of the wizards so far as it is useful for us to locate the cult of the dragon cult.
Persuasion check.
Don't you know how bad I am at this? 14.
14. 10 psychic damage.
Jeez, fuck. Dope. I rolled a 15, but fucking -1.
And should you succeed in your plans to have an alliance, what will become of the Thay people?
I do not know. I am here to secure a temporary alliance. I have not been told anything otherwise. Why would I be told otherwise? I know nothing past secure the alliance to locate
Persuasion
the
check.
dragon cult. 15.
15. No damage.
Woo! Fuck you, buddy.
What do you know of plots against Saztam? Eternal may he reign. What are the peoples of the Sword Coast planning?
I don't think you heard the part where I don't know, other than I need you to help us locate the Tiamat, where they are keeping Tiamat or some such thing. I do not know.
This guy is drinking all the Kool-Aid. He might have even made the Kool-Aid.
Sir, you are the Kool-Aid.
Give me another persuasion check.
Oh my goodness. 13.
It's another
Hit
10.
me, daddy. Like
The tentacles wrap themselves
Oh my
tighter
God.
around you.
Is Snow actually gonna die? Not even in
No.
combat.
I mean, how much did you said 10 damage, right?
Yeah, each instance.
I mean, unless he interrogates me for like an hour, I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
I think it did take hours.
Oh
Or at
well,
least,
shit.
yeah.
Snow is just gonna get a mean face on, and just, you can keep this up all you want. A little bit of pain is fine.
What do you know of the traitor Wrath Modar? What are his intentions against the nation of Thay?
I am not his best
back.
friend. He tells me nothing. Have you not been paying attention? I do not know. We saved him, he saved us. That is it.
Persuasion check.
Man, they could insight me and figure out I'm telling the truth in a heartbeat. 15, motherfucker.
No damage.
This dice is rolling real on the edge.
Same effect.
What? Sorry, Stan?
Same. No effect.
Oh yeah, okay.
15 is the DC.
Yeah, yeah.
Moose. You have a +2 on your persuasion checks because you got above a 20 in your diplomacy negotiations.
Wait, if he has a +2, he literally can't fail any rolls. So, so if the nat one counts as an auto fail, that's the only way. That's the only way. this man, this man.
I thought the DC was 15.
DC is
Yeah, he has 12 plus an automatic +2.
Yeah, that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
He is. They won't believe you, but you still won't take damage.
Dude, this
It's a
guy's gonna.
tiny.
Breakfast is
As
gonna
a
be so awkward tomorrow morning. This guy's gonna just be fucking fuming.
as
Yeah.
a tiny insert, I love that this is like late in the campaign when we're just like, "Fuck you, we've done shit." If this would have been like level 5,
Okay.
we would have been like,
I'm
"Oh
just gonna say
god."
this. I'm gonna say this. All right. This interrogation is the only part of this sub-adventure that is presented in the fucking book.
Really? Oh man.
It just says the players get interrogated by an inquisitor when they go. Here's a list of questions to ask them.
Ow.
Like, yeah, when you fall asleep. Okay.
What's your name again, sir? What? Sir Caspian. I suppose you will be at least a little bit forthcoming. Your allies have been disappointing in their answers so far this evening.
Oh, Stan, I forgot to ask. Did I just wake up hurt and screaming and not like with no memory of what happened, or do I remember the?
You remember.
Okay.
You were interrogated for what feels like hours.
Okey doke.
Is Cormir has always been a thorn in the side of Thay. What are your intentions here, Purple Dragon Knight? Don't fucking roll. I don't want you to roll. Fuck you. No, you don't get to roll. I am not calling for a roll, sir. I fucking can't. Fuck you, Moose. Yeah,
Hell
no, and
yes.
that's fucking beautiful. Okay, I love it. I just, god damn it, sir. Ah, fuck you.
Here's my badge number, bitch.
Um,
Oh my god.
over the course of the next couple of hours, you take no damage. You succeed at long resting. You have a very pleasant and fitful sleep, sir.
No
I-
point.
Jessica, who are you checking in on first?
They can't affect the elf at all.
No, I can't. Elves are immune to sleep.
Oh.
I rolled a 21 on perception. I would have heard Jessica screaming.
Yes.
So I'll head out
I'm gonna
and check
go.
on Jessica.
Well,
What's
actually,
what's
no,
the nearest?
no,
What's the
it's
nearest?
not a,
Actually,
wait,
do we want to pick up? It's 10:05. Did we want to call it like good place to pick it up from, or
want
do we
I
want to
will.
resolve this immediate thing?
I want to resolve this just immediately.
Okay.
So probably,
Who's closest to me?
I'll say we'll say that Snow is closest to you.
All right. I go into Snow's room.
I suppose I probably have some blood and shit.
Is he still asleep?
No, he's
Wide awake.
you got the zoomies, Snow.
No, probably no zoomies, but I probably look irritated as fuck because if there's blood, my fur is bloody, and boy howdy, I don't like cleaning blood out of my fur.
Your sheets are bloodied, not you.
Oh. Well, in that case, I'm really irritated because, well, I'm irritated, but I have calmed myself down. I am post irritation, and I'm just really annoyed.
Does he look hurt?
He he looks about as bad as you do. His eyes are sunken in. It looks like he's been through hell and back.
How much healing you need?
Hit me with, and then I'll just approximate if you want 20 or just 10.
I'll just dump another 10 of the lay on hands. Drain
As,
that pool.
And
There,
then
another 20.
Thorn
I'm
bursts into your
fully
guys'.
I'm fully healing you.
Okay, thank you.
Thorn bursts into your room.
Just as I suppose there's no physical wounds, so just got my hands on your stomach, channeling divine light into you. Healing the ails of your mind.
I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm assuming you look all right. Did you like resist the evil dream?
I just kind of blink at him and go, I don't dream.
That seems lame. But I suppose it worked to your advantage at this point. Go check on our new knight friend.
I'll head over to Sir Caspian and knock on his door.
No response.
I'll
You're still asleep. You fall asleep. You take no suffering from the effects. You don't wake up from the effects.
Such a fitful dream.
What's
Yeah,
your passive perception -5?
Your
You
passive
might-
perception
is
is
a 22.
a 22. How the fuck?
Mine is a 24.
Oh, you've got that shield thing. Okay.
The
Yep.
shield does not add to your passive. You're not wielding it when you're asleep.
I I was gonna say I think it specifically does work when you're sleeping. That's like in the description of that shield, if it's the one I'm thinking
Is
of.
it?
Yeah, because like you do attune to that one, don't you? Or does that one not require attunement?
You do not attune to the Sentinel shield. Y- ad-
Cannot hold things while you're
Advantage on
unconscious.
initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks.
Oh, okay, that's why it's so high.
Okay. So 12. A 12 probably. How loud are you knocking, Thorn?
I'm not pounding, but I am doing a basic um checking knock
Okay.
and saying his name.
That's up to you. With a passive perception of 12. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You wake up.
Hmm. Jessica and Snow had a nightmare. Did you have a nightmare? There was some blood, but they seemed fine.
So like well he was checking on Caspian. I would have been talking with Snow and been like, so like uh like I guess interrogation. Were you interrogated too? No, it's just to Snow. While I'm
Oh,
healing him. Uh, like
uh, why, yes. I. We are going to have some things to discuss on this brunch. I think we can all agree this is not how you treat guests, as they stated.
good. I
Not.
got both of us back up to peak physical shape. I slap Snow on the ass.
Um, as you guys, as you guys are just finishing your discussion, it's going on to be about 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this was several hours of interrogation. You guys have been awake for maybe 10, 15 minutes, right? Um, the alarm sounds at 4 a.m. Um, as you guys are heading back to your rooms, the two whites that patrol the area uh, lower their weapons to you and ask that you remain where you are. Um, and soon there's a whole host of people. Zoran is here, and he's got his weapons drawn. and I'm going to leave you with the cliffhanger that Eseldrieth has been murdered.
Okay.
Who interrogated us again?
No, Thoth did.
Mm-hmm.
Thoth, the Grand Inquisitor, was busy interrogating you all night.
And that was one of the guys. Well, that was one of the guys from the dinner, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Grand Inquisitor was interrogating, meaning I'm probably the chief suspect on the account that everyone but me has an alibi.
Where are
Yay!
my notes? Notes. How do you spell his name again?
Oh, crap.
Thoss.
Phoss?
I
Yes.
forgot about all the spell um scrolls that Durok had that we never used. I still have that list.
So that's where I wanted to leave you guys with that cliffhanger. Is this episode is called Murder in Thay. You guys had a great first day with interrogations and with negotiations and interrogations, and the lead negotiator on their side has been murdered.
All right,
So,
here are my notes.
questions,
Thoss the Grand
comments.
Inquisitor interrogated the three of us that can sleep during our sleep. Thoss is a giant asshole. Must die.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you guys enjoy. I'm glad you guys enjoy this more than what the fuck this book. Like, I printed off like 27 pages of bullshit to make this work, and like, just the only thing that they give us is like a page and a half called, Mission to Thay. It's literally 3 sheets of paper.
Jesus.
It's fucking stupid. God damn it, I hate it so much.
It's so well thought out.
They're rewriting this book for D&D 1.
Really.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see if they just give it to you.
Probably not.
That's my guess.
Let me roll my click clack rocks.
Uh, questions, comments, concerns. I love Sir Caspian. I'm excited to see you do stuff. Like, here's the thing. This you guys could just go murder hobo-y on this keep. That is an entire possibility. Um,
Boy, it sure feels if the monk side of me didn't bring forth a little more calm and serenity, boy howdy would I go murder hobo on these fucks, because that's just rude as hell.
all right. Well, I gotta let you guys go. So,
All right.
Okey-doke.
Talk to you later.
bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.